Veterans Day was last Friday, and you could find ways to remember those who serve around every corner. We'll take you to some of the events. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Ritchie.
And I'm Drew Swartz. Thanksgiving is next week already, with Black Friday right after. Or is it on Thursday this year? We'll show you why you may be hitting the stores even earlier or later, depending on how you look at it. This is the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
On Veterans Day, there were many events around Omaha to support those who served in the armed forces. On the campus of UNO, one of these events allowed vets to tell their stories of their time on active duty. Nick Freeman reports.
This Veterans Day, the Veteran Students Organization gave vets a chance to share some of their stories.
Well, we're here to celebrate Veterans Day today in as lively a fashion as we could imagine. You know, we're here to share some stories, here to tell some tales, and just really discuss what it means to be a veteran in today's world.
The event is allowing veterans to tell their stories of active duty in a laid-back environment.
This is Iraq, and here I am as an 18-year-old. Just a little freaked out, okay? It's a humanitarian mission, great. Let's all go out there with smiles on our faces, but what if, okay? What if?
I just want to talk really about my history in the military and try to keep it a little light.
Some of the lessons that we've learned from our experiences, some of the earth-shattering moments that have come to define us.
I've seen what shrapnel can do to a body. Way bad. All the stories that go with it.
Addressing some of the stereotypes that are out there regarding, veteran students, regarding military members, regarding active duty service.
All right, so my speech is entitled "The Brainwashed Veteran." Insert mandated joke we are required to find funny here.
The event was one way for student veterans to come together on Veterans Day. For the Omaha News, I'm Nick Freeman.
The gathering gave anyone who wanted to talk about their time on active duty a forum to do so. The student veterans were able to spend Veterans Day with others who shared a common tie, serving in the United States military.
With Veterans Day fresh on Nebraskans' minds, we found a story about a veteran who fought for two separate countries during World War II. Those countries, the United States and the Soviet Union. Jacob York has more.
Veterans Day was this past Friday, and as with every Veterans Day, we honored those who have served this country, as well as those who have fallen. We found an exhibit at the Strategic Air and Space Museum, which honors a veteran who served for two countries. This man's name? Joe Byerly, a hero of two nations.
He was a paratrooper, and he was also taught as a demolitions expert. And so he got the nickname of Jumpin' Joe Byerly because he liked to jump out of airplanes.
Paratroopers had to meet a certain jump requirement before they could go into combat.
As the story goes, was very interested in jumping as many times as he could, and the other fellow paratroopers would pay, and I believe it was $5 a jump.
Brian York tells us about the awards that Byerly received from his time in the U.S. Army.
He received obviously many awards on the Allied side from the U.S. A lot of those were very common to airborne infantrymen. On the other side were a lot of awards presented to him by the Soviet Union. The majority of those were presented well after the war.
Byerly passed away in 2004 and is buried with honors at Arlington National Cemetery. Byerly is the only documented soldier to have fought for two nations in World War II. For the Omaha News, I'm Jacob York.
This exhibit that features Jumping Joe Byerly will be up and running for about one more month until December 16th. To find out more about Joe Byerly and what exhibits the museum has to offer in the future, visit strategicairandspace.com. Even though it's only Thanksgiving next week, Christmas decorations are going up in stores around the metro.
We'll show you how to get the best deals while still staying on budget this holiday season after the break. You're watching the Omaha News.
NET Television expands your mind, enlightens your mind, inspires your mind, educates your mind, entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on NET1.
Tune in to Big Red Wrap-Up each week for Husker football analysis and insights. Tuesday night at 7 Central Time, only on NET1 and NET-HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is where you'll find unlimited possibilities in academic, campus, and community life. Step up to the Metropolitan Advantage at bmaf.com.
The state's largest mail-in election in history took place on Tuesday in Millard and Elkhorn, with some school upgrades at stake. Welcome back to the Omaha News. I'm Jessica Ritchie.
And I'm Drew Swartz. A few weeks ago, we told you about a bond issue Millard Public Schools put before voters. The $140 million bond included security and technology upgrades as well as renovations. It turned controversial when artificial turf for Millard West and Millard North High School's football fields were added to the bond. It's possible that voters saw some things on the bond issue, such as the turf, as wants rather than needs. On Tuesday, the bond failed to pass as 57% voted against it. Meanwhile, Elkhorn residents passed a $40 million bond for 3 new schools, security upgrades, and other renovations and repairs.
Next week is Black Friday, a day when retail sales set records and shoppers rush into stores to get the best deals. While retailers get back in the black, some shoppers run the risk of getting into the red or debt. I talked with some experts about finding the best deals while staying on budget. The first step in staying on budget is to have a budget.
Try to figure out, kind of what my total expenses are likely going to be, and then I'll add 20% to that to account for things that I hadn't thought of.
Next, look for deals and coupons. Mother of 3 Mindy Capello plans her Black Friday shopping down to the ad.
I have my spreadsheet here. It tells me what time the store opens, what my items are. I will put in there where it would be located, how many I want, my cost, pull any coupons if there's any coupons.
Mindy also says it's never too early to start finding deals.
Periodically buy things throughout the year that you know your children would like, and when you see it on sale. So, and then just save it. Yeah, I have a bucket for Christmas.
Of course, deals can have their own pitfalls.
You can go over budget buying too many of the fantastic deals. I mean, those quarters will add up.
Dr. Decker recommends using prepaid Visa and MasterCards to buy gifts.
I can use them online and buy books at Amazon or other places, and in many instances they'll work like a regular credit card, except you're drawing down a fixed amount and you've already kind of set the money aside.
And make sure to include shipping costs in your budget if you plan to shop online. Bottom line,
something will always happen in the future. You can count on it, right? So to the extent that we can budget ourselves today, I think we can avoid sticker shock in the future.
If you think it's too early to be finding deals, think again. You can easily go online and find some ads that have been posted early by websites such as bfads.net. Other retailers such as Best Buy are using their email newsletters to promote some of their deals early.
If you're used to heading out to the stores before the crack of dawn on Black Friday, some stores might have you change your routine this year. Many are opening their doors at midnight or even earlier. Walmart plans to start their deals at 10 p.m. on the night of Thanksgiving. At least one Omaha retail employee is upset with the change. Anthony Hardwick, an employee at the Omaha Target store, started an online petition to get Target to change their midnight open time back to their normal 5 a.m. Black Friday opening time. Since starting the online petition on Monday, it has almost 100,000 supporters. You can see the petition for yourself and sign it if you choose to at change.org. Click Tell Target to Save Thanksgiving on the front page.
It's not just the retail stores gearing up for the holidays. The Durham Museum received its annual Christmas tree this week. This year's tree is a 45-foot blue spruce donated by Mary and Todd Elig of Omaha.
Back to when this was a passenger station. It dates back to 1931 when it opened, and Union Pacific would bring in a tree from the Pacific Northwest. So it's really become part of the traditions for families in Omaha, and we're thrilled to continue to do it each year.
Now that the tree is in the museum, employees are working hard to decorate it in time for a lighting ceremony on November 25th.
If you're looking to get into the holiday spirit, Mayor Jim Suttle and the Downtown Omaha Foundation can help you with that. The annual Holiday of Lights Festival kicks off on Thanksgiving night with the lighting ceremony at Jean Leahy Mall. The lights go on at 6 p.m., but other entertainment will be provided beforehand, such as the Sarpy Serenaders and hot cocoa. After the ceremony, you can walk through the thousands of lights, enjoy a free holiday concert at the Holland Performing Arts Center, or head to the Old Market in a horse-drawn carriage. Coming up after the break, even with their losses to Wisconsin and Northwestern, the Huskers can still find a way to Indianapolis.
Regardless of where the Huskers end up, a UNO Maverick might be heading to the Big Ten Championship for something besides a conference championship. You're watching the Omaha News.
Begins here. Venture far beyond our universe. Is it possible to travel to the past or future? Blast back to our past.
What a stupid idea it was that you could actually ban alcohol.
And experience the best of the performing arts. It's a journey that will take you anywhere.
Wow, that would be spectacular.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
People are looking for more light and less heat. Washington Week viewers are going to get it straight ahead, and that's what they count on us for. We want to let you know what the information is, and then you decide what you want to think. That's what I think is unique about public broadcasting. There's nothing else like it out there.
You're watching the Omaha News.
It's not every day that a student wins a scholarship from a soda company to help them through school. Welcome back to the Omaha News. I'm Jessica Ritchie.
And I'm Drew Swartz. It's even less often that anyone gets a chance to throw a football to get an even bigger scholarship. That hope has come to a student right here at UNO. I recently spoke with him about this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Dr. Pepper is known for making the world taste better, but it's also providing opportunities for dreams to come true.
Hi, my name is Will Gottner, and I am a sophomore at the University of Nebraska in Omaha, and I am a huge fan of Dr. Pepper.
Will Gottner, a student at UNO, was recently named a recipient of a $2,500 Dr. Pepper scholarship. He was also named a finalist for a chance to win $100,000 at halftime of this year's Big Ten championship game. Will has a compelling story for why he needed the scholarship.
I have 13 brothers and sisters, so my parents aren't really able to help me pay for my education, and one of the biggest factors that drove me to apply for the scholarship was getting into medical school. Getting into medical school would be the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I mean, it's been my only dream since I was just a kid.
People who know Will agree with Dr. Pepper's decision to choose Will as a winner.
I think Will's a deserving guy because he always helps others and always gives to other people. He has great goals and aspirations. He has such a great family, and it's sad that his family can't help him, but at the same time, like, he's still going for his goals, and he's going to become a pediatrician.
Gottner will need to practice his football throwing in order to be on the field as one of the two contestants with a chance to win. Win or lose, Will is excited to get to travel to Indianapolis for the game, and he understands this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make his dream of becoming a doctor come true. Will is one of 5 people selected for a preliminary competition that will decide who will be the final 2 contestants for the actual $100,000 competition. If you would like to hear more stories like Will's, you can visit drpepper.com and click More Winners.
Will isn't the only person battling for a spot to Indianapolis. There are currently 6 teams still in the running for a shot at the Big Ten championship. Michigan State, Nebraska, and Michigan in the Legends Division, and Penn State, Wisconsin, and Ohio State in the Leaders Division, while the Spartans, Nittany Lions, and Badgers all control their own destiny. For the Huskers to make it to Indy, they'll have to win out and hope that Michigan State will lose one of their last 2 games. If Nebraska doesn't win the Big Ten championship, some projections have them playing in the Fiesta Bowl against former Big 12 rival Oklahoma.
While Nebraska football is reaching the end of their season, the Husker basketball team is just starting. Nebraska picked up a huge double overtime win over USC in Los Angeles last Monday to improve to 2-0 on the season. Their next game is Sunday against Rhode Island at the Devaney Center in Lincoln. The Huskers still have games with Oregon, Wake Forest, and their inaugural in-state rivalry game with Creighton before starting their inaugural Big Ten campaign December 27th, hosting Wisconsin.
Creighton has never won a national championship in soccer, but they have gone to the semifinals 3 times and were runners-up in 2000. This season, they're in good position to make a return trip to the title game and take home the championship. John Carter is in the newsroom with more. John?
Thanks, Jessica. This past weekend, Creighton won the Missouri Valley Championship to improve their record to 18-2. The conference crown earned them a number 2 overall seed in the NCAA tournament and a bye in the first round. I talked with a few members from the team about the tournament. Creighton starts the postseason Sunday in the second round against the winner of Northern Illinois and Western Illinois. And the big reason that they have the number 2 overall seed is their defense, where they've given up only 4 goals in 20 games.
Defense has just been great, coming out focused. The whole team has been focused. It starts here, preparing each day during practice to come out and put it to work during the game. So it's about coming out, staying focused, and competing each and every minute of the game.
A huge key for the Blue Jays' NCAA tournament hopes is they get to play at home, where they're 11-0 on the season throughout the tournament up till the semifinals.
I think it's huge. We play at a wonderful venue. We want to continue to play at this wonderful venue. We are supported by our fans, and so we are looking forward to it.
Creighton's playing in their 19th NCAA tournament in 20 years, but this year they have Elmar Bodovich as a coach. Bodovich has coached North Carolina for the past 22 seasons and won a national title in 2001.
I think it's hopefully going to be the final part of the chapter for us, and in the aspect that we've kind of not had that experience. He has that experience, and I think hopefully the preparation that he's given us throughout the season will help us achieve our final goal to be in a Final Four and win a national championship.
Creighton's game on Sunday will be 1 o'clock at Morrison Stadium. If they win, they'll advance to the third round, also at home on Sunday, November 27th, also at home against either Providence, Dartmouth, or the number 15 overall seed, UC Santa Barbara. Jessica?
All right, thanks, John. If you'd like to go to Creighton's postseason games, you can buy tickets online or on gocreighton.com. or you can purchase them in person at the Creighton ticket office at either DJ Sokol Arena or on game day at Morrison Stadium. After the break, we'll visit with a UNO professor who's spending the semester in Oman.
How did he get this honor, and how is he impacting students' lives abroad? Stick with us to find out. You're watching the Omaha News.
What if TV respected children?
They long to know that they're loved.
And taught children respect. Who says everybody can't master French cooking?
Bon appetit!
Come on. Why can't TV encourage millions of preschoolers to learn? All of us to wonder. And a nation to experience history as it was lived.
The dream shall never die.
And what if great art flowed into every living room freely? Give to your PBS station and support the people and programs that never stop asking, what if?
Am I ever glad to be in this neighborhood?
What could be better than Antiques Roadshow?
Can't imagine.
How about 2 Antiques Roadshows?
No way.
You're joking. Get ready for twice the treasure.
Wow. Wow.
2 times the fun.
Really? I'm stunned.
Double the excitement.
Woo-hoo. Oh my goodness.
With back-to-back episodes of Antiques Roadshow Monday nights.
Really?
I'm not making that up.
Every Monday comes with a matching pair of Antiques Roadshow.
That's exciting.
Thank you, thank you.
Mondays on NET1.
Hi, I'm Meshach Taylor, actor and public television supporter, encouraging you to become a fan of UNO Television. Located on the University of Nebraska at Omaha campus, UNO Television is a unit of the College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media. Student crew members are trained and placed in broadcasting positions that give them real-world experience. Many students move seamlessly into jobs within the local television market. UNO Television, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
It's one thing to teach students English in the U.S. It's another to teach them English in a foreign country. Dr. Chris Allen, a professor at UNO, is currently in Oman. We have him on the line right now to talk about his time there. Dr. Allen, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. It's great to join you from Oman.
Can you take us back through the process from the time you first became interested in Fulbright program to where you are now?
Yeah, I first became interested about 3.5 years ago when I got an email from the Fulbright program saying that there were some opportunities still available after the deadline had passed for application. And I became interested in Oman, read about it and found out what I could, but I decided that it was too late in the school year to actually apply for the following year. We just hadn't made any preparation. So I did, during the following application period, I applied, and unfortunately that year I was named as an alternate and not as an actual grantee. So it would have been a year ago, August, was the second time I applied for the program. And in December, I was notified that I had passed the first cut. And then in April, I found out that I was actually a Fulbright scholar and to get ready to come to Oman. We landed here on September 1st. My wife is with me, and so we've been here 2.5 months now, and it's been the greatest experience of my life. It's utterly fantastic.
You're teaching students English in Oman. How's that going so far, and what are some challenges and success stories that you've had so far?
Well, I'm actually teaching more than English. I'm actually teaching mass communication here. I'm teaching 2 graduate courses this semester. And the interesting thing is that there are different traditions of the press. There are different press laws here. The press is a little more restricted than it is in the United States. And so learning that system myself has been a great education, and working with the students to understand their system in terms of global communication has been just great. Their English is broken. It's not outstanding English at this level, and so we're working on that and trying to bring them up to understand communication, from a theoretical level, and also to be good communicators not only in Arabic, which is their native language, but also in English as well, and doing the best we can to teach them that.
Are there any misconceptions that Americans may have about the Middle East, and specifically Oman, that you've seen dispelled?
Well, yeah, the Americans tend to think of the Middle East as the Middle East, and we sort of paint it as one broad stroke. Actually, every country in the Middle East is different. Saudi Arabia is different from Qatar, and Qatar is different from the Emirates, and the Emirates are different from Bahrain, and Bahrain is different from Oman, and Oman is different from Yemen. There are all sorts of differences, subtle cultural differences, language differences, all sorts of things like that. Oman is a very peaceful country. Oman is a very generous country. And I think that was demonstrated best back in September when Oman played the role in getting the 2 American hostages freed from Iran. Oman is one of the few countries that can talk to Iran, that has dealings with Iran, and to whom Iran will listen. And not only that, but Oman paid the $1 million ransom that was required to get the 2 hostages released. Americans knew a little bit about Oman at that time, and then it sort of fades back into the background again.
Thank you again for your time, Dr. Allen. If you would like more information about the Fulbright program, log on to iie.org/Fulbright.
Thanks again for watching. This was the last show for the fall season of the Omaha News.
From Missouri River flooding to a controversial pipeline.
And from protesters to veterans.
We hope you've enjoyed the stories we've brought you over the past few months.
If you'd like to see any of our stories again, visit our page on UNO's website at www.unomaha.edu/the Omaha News.
We'll be back in the spring with more stories happening in your community. From all of us at UNO Television, thanks for watching. Good night.
By the same person. Your turn.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is where you'll find unlimited possibilities. At UNO, our 15,000 students are learning what they need to know to join the workforce of tomorrow. With 200 programs, students participate in innovative academics and are engaged in dynamic campus and community life. The University of Nebraska at Omaha. Step up to the metropolitan advantage at bmav.com.